This video showcases one of the most interesting data sets for controlling city, specifically related to traffic. As you can see, we are looking at Mecca and we are also looking at Taif. Every road link you see on the screen is the actual road link, and the color represents the traffic on that road link. The more yellow that road link, the more traffic that has, and the more red that place is, the less traffic it actually has. Also, the side of the road link identify how much traffic and how much speed going on the road link. This was produced by billions of data points from GPS data. As you can see, if we look at Mecca, if we hover over any road, it's easy to see the name of the road. We can see the median speed, and we can also see the traffic size, which is how many cars are being counted on that place. Just one click on the location and we are able to see, we can compare that place to other locations. So for example, الطريق الدائري الثالث median speed is 86, but we can see 300,000 cars. If we hover over to another location or another road, طريق سيدنا عمر بن الخطاب, you can easily see that the median speed is 31% less, and the number of cars that we capture on the road are 75% less. So obviously the difference in the traffic is much different. And we can also compare different places. Just hovering over, we can easily compare that locations. Not only that, but you can compare the same road on different sections. So here, for example, I can easily see that the median speed is plus 6% and the traffic size is minus 27%. And we can compare again on different section until we understand the traffic size. So this is one way to look at data, but you can also compare different cities. So we are now looking at Mecca, but one more look at Taif, we can compare different cities together, we can compare the road links together. So it's easy to know that طريق المطار in Taif has 4% more traffic, and we're able to find the median speed on that place that are plus 5%. Now, looking at the data from that perspective is good, but most people want to look at these data sliced based on the road class. So if we are able to go and see filters, we can see data related to the class of the road. So class of the road go from 0 to 7. If we want to exclude the big classes, meaning that we want to exclude the international roads, the major roads and so on, we only want to look at arterial roads to understand traffic and congestion on those like less important roads. So just doing like that, we're able to only see the roads that are not major. We're able to see internal roads. Now next, I want to look at those roads, but I also want to look at the roads that have a traffic size that is quite big. And by that I mean I want to see traffic size that is maximum on those small road links. So if I go ahead and hover over like this, now it's going to give me the road links that have more traffic size than the average ones. For example, I want to say more than 5,000 captured cars on that location. Now it actually gives me which road links that have that amount of traffic. Now next, I'm going to add another filter, and that filter is going to be based on the speed, because we are looking at the places which have high traffic but it also have less speed, because these are the blockers. And you can see the histogram here. It says there is so many cars where the median speed, let's change it to median speed. We can easily see that the median speed on those roads actually follow a probabilistic curve. So if we go ahead and like reduce that, we can get rid of the road links that actually have a good speed. So these are not blockers, but any road or segment that have less than 20 km/h speed, that might be a junction where there is a problem in the road itself and it needs some attention. So hovering over, we can see the speed link. We can know that Sharia al-Andalus, the median speed is 15, and we can know a little bit more information related to that. Not just that, we can also compare the median speed plus the government speed limits to know if there are locations where the speed limits are actually exceeding. This product also have a satellite street view, which have a really high resolution compared to even Google Maps. So just hovering over, you're able to see in a high resolution the speed on that road, and you can also compare it as discussed before. And not only that, but you're also able to see the tabular view. So tabular view in our case looks like this. We can, with one single look, understand the street names. We can see the distances, and we're able, for example, طريق الملك خالد, طريق Mecca, and so on. We're able to see all the information related to speed and so on. And this looks like Excel, so it's easy to analyze the data within it. So for example, if I want to say I only want to look at street, that have median speed less or equal than 50 or let's say 30 kilometer per hour. So one click, apply, and I'm able to find those specific location, which is 12,000 links in Mecca itself. Now this kind of data is quite important, but you can also click the locations where you want to assign a specific task to a person and export that to another action item using an API. This gives a very strong ability to give action to people. For example, you can think of assigning an officer, clicking on that button and exporting that data directly to him to go and investigate, or assigning a car patrol to look at the location. Now coming back to our map view again, I want to switch it to this dark view, and I also want to go ahead and remove the median speed limit, and I want to remove more traffic size so I can look at the full picture of the data. Next is that we're actually equipping this product with lots of databases. So for example, I can also add POI data to understand why specific locations are restaurants, and then Saudi Arabia, for example. Restaurants, and then I want to look at Saudi Arabia restaurants, cafe, and others. So we are equipping this product with significant amount of POIs. This is called points of interest. So in the past, people just look at one data, or two data, or three data, but we are currently working on looking at the whole data in a 360 degree, so it gives you a digital twin. The good news is that this data is already ready. There is no need to actually collect the data. It's already there in our database. So as you saw the data before, now we're actually putting the points of all the attraction facilities, meaning that every single restaurant, every single cafe, and every single bakery, you can see it on the map, and you can understand what people are doing in that location. So for example, looking at a location, say, that is congested like this, if we just zoom in, we're able to see that these are the attributes. You can see that the location, you can see this is cheese house, this is the address, this is a country, and so on and so forth. Now this gives a very strong ability to understand the dynamics of the city, and it also gives a strong ability to understand where people are clustered and understand the traffic itself. So a little bit more to that, we are not only looking at the data, but we can also analyze it on the screen. So we can cluster it. One click, we're able to see where are the attraction facilities in Mecca and how does it impact traffic in a way. And easy to see that these locations have 871 point, this has 700 point, and this has 700 point. Now this gives a bit more flexibility in understanding the distribution of the facility. We can also look at that from a grid perspective. And not only that, we're able to also look at it from 3D perspective. So one click, we're able to change this to height and understand the point count in that location. And here we go. Now I can see the attraction facility of all Mecca laid over in 3D with the data that you could see of traffic information as well, just in one single view in a way that has never been done before. So looking here, able to see everything in one location. Now we're not just giving people data, we want to give ability so that you are analyzing data on the screen. So one click here, we can see all the restaurants, all the cafes, everything related to POI. And not only that, but we're able to filter it down in an interactive way, very easy for business and very easy for directors to even work with the data. So I'll go ahead and take province, put it down here. Then I'll go ahead and take district and put it here. What happens now is that I am able to cluster all my data. So for example, I see region, Mecca region, we have 31,000 point, which is an attraction facility. And if you go here, you're able to see Jeddah have 13,000 restaurant, cafe, and bakery. Mecca, we have in the database more than 6,000 data points. One click on that and we're able to look at all those data points one by one. Not only that we look at data, but we'll also look at attributes related to data. Meaning that I'm able to click here and I'm able to see the traffic on every single location. This place is busy, this place is not busy, when they are busy, and so on. Now this gives a 360 degree in a way that has never been done before to make city more efficient.